And now joining me via Skype to discuss the challenges and the need for more support and structure for MSMEs in Nigeria, I have Shola Daudu, SME Catalyst and Convener, SME platform. Good to have you on the Breakfast Show this morning. Now, Shola, let's start with charting a stronger recovery for MSME as the global economy is gradually reopening, and finding ways to deal with the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic is what's on the front burner now. Starting with this year's theme, how does this capture the reality of today's business space from the lens of entrepreneurs in the MSME space, really?
All right, so I'm sure we all know we are in the celebration mode for the MSME today, and there is no saying that SMEs have the contribution to any economy in the society, and that particular industry is not meant to be neglected, right? So for every economy that thrives on the basis of the SMEs cluster and the framework. And so, coming out from COVID, there is a lot of things that need to be done. A lot of things need to be put in place for MSME to continue to thrive after the pandemic. And this year says they are inclusive, to survival of any economy. And therefore, we must quickly begin to reconsider everything that is needed to be done for all those SMEs to be thriving. We know that there are so many challenges in this country, and therefore there are strategies that need to be deployed. Quickly, I must mention that SMEs should now begin to rationalize, personal activities, every meetings, family gatherings, because of cash flow. Cash flow is king, and currently we know we have the Naira devaluation. And therefore, it means that there is so much inflation in the society, meaning that too much money will purchase little items. There's also a need for them to quickly begin to reduce their overhead expenses, work smart, apply rapid changes as the market changes. As the market changes, they need to apply, strategies to follow suit. They need to also understand the industry which they are playing. Now is the time for MSMEs to wake up and research for more income generating areas. Now, so if you are focused on one channel of making money there is need for you now to have plan B, plan C, plan D for you to make ends meet in your business.
I like the fact that you're touching on that, because the challenge of access to funding for MSMEs still remains a harsh reality. And now with the COVID-19 pandemic, the impact is even much more, from the volume of government grants to loans from microfinance banks, and also there's a whole lot of difficulty right now in repayment of loans. How do we now begin to develop alternative funding bases for MSMEs, especially for those in new and emerging sectors of the world economy, and not necessarily working in clusters? You made mention of cost-cutting measures. We have to put our MSMEs in hubs, really, to ensure that there's shared resources and cutting costs, don't you think?
Yes. So one of the very key strategies to getting funding, actualized and to ensure that they don't default on loans is to ensure that loans or grants are provided in clusters, cooperatives, associations, wherein each person guarantees each businesses there is a committee that is in place. Now, if this is approaching that way, is faster. What a group of people come together to achieve is faster than what an individual will go for. Banks should also learn to understand the dynamics of the SME framework. It is very critical, it is very sensitive, and they should know how to deploy all their manpower, financial resources to support.
Okay, now, Shola, just before I let you go now, because of a lack of time, let's look at remote working, e-commerce also. This is the new reality. How does packaging of products, shopping online, delivery service, automation of processes redefine the growth output and forecast for MSMEs going forward now?
Digitalization is the new reality. That's the truth. Digitalization is the new reality, and things have changed. People have been working remotely since post-COVID, and therefore there's need for seamless delivery, giving room for competition, and many more. privatization, it's also prioritizing collaboration among disparate, functional, and vertical markets. So what this has brought to bear is that people can actually do their businesses online, increase competition, increase service delivery. You are seeing what we are paying for. At the same time, the cost of what is going on, cost measures are being put in place, and there is a lot of overhead being reduced through the deployment of e-commerce. People can move things through logistics from one point to another. You don't need to get out of your home to actually get your business going. You can sit from the bottom of the room and do this now. So digitalization is the new reality. It has ensured competition, and this competition has brought about good branding, good business strategies, good creative ideas for people to think about and to make decisions.
Definitely, digitalization is key, and we want to see increased automation. This is also going to help redefine the scope of growth for MSMEs. We would also like to see government try as much as possible to also increase as much as possible the funding base. Accessibility to funding is also critical. We also have to look at innovative, creative solutions from the MSME space at this point in time. They remain the engine of growth. Thank you very much for your time on the Breakfast Show this morning. Shola Daudu, SME Catalyst and Convener, SMETT platform. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. Happy World MSME Day to you.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.